What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Bay Area BFS here, and we got a new delivery. Super excited about this thing. Been eyeing it on AliExpress. Never pulled the trigger, but I don't know. Something enticed me to go ahead and do that, and so got a new rod, as you can see. Surprisingly, the seller shipped this very, very quickly, considering it's AliExpress. They shipped it via UPS Worldwide Express, believe it or not. Free shipping, too. But, yeah, so this rod right here is... what did I like about the rod? What was I looking for? So I wanted a rod that was ultralight, but also slightly a little heavier. So this rod right here has a weight rating. I think the lowest weight rating is about 2 grams. So I think it's going to be really nice for bass. Well, not sacrificing on finesse baits too much, because most of what I'm throwing for bass anyways is going to be around that, at least 2 grams. But this rod right here has a solid tip, which I never really paid too much attention to in the past. Usually I just go by the rod rating and overall performance of the rod. But reading more and more about the solid tips and the benefits of solid tips being more sensitive, I thought, let me get one that is a dedicated solid tip rod. And so, that's what I got here. And this right here, let me open this up here, is made by a company called, I'm sure you guys are familiar with it, Pure Lure. And the rod is the Cedan with a C. Then I don't know, they call it the new Cedan. And this is a 6'10" light action medium fast casting rod. And I'm excited. I can't wait to see this. Again, solid tip. Ooh, surprised it comes with a really nice case. Look at that. Nice and padded on the inside. Alright. Let's give you guys a closer look here. So that is a Cedan. You can see the carbon fiber wrap on it, spiral wrap. Let's get this plastic off. Let's take a look at the handle. Alright, so I can tell you right now, at least this half of the rod is very, very light. This is supposed to be a 30T or 40T Toray rod. Let's see, it doesn't say on here. It's got Fuji Alconite guides. But yeah, I'll find out for sure. And just looking at the construction here, and the components used, the build of this is very reminiscent of Phenix rods. So I have a Phenix Elixir. Come on. And you can see down at the bottom, it's got the Phenix rod kind of has this little what is it, this little hard, it's not spongy, It's not the foam. It's kind of like a hard, call it foam, we'll call it. And you got kind of the this cork material, or this rubbery cork material. And you kind of get this cool little cutout, I'll just say. I don't know what to call it. But, and it's got a really nice cork handle, along with some wood accents. That Pure Lure engraving is kind of a neat little touch there. And then you start getting to the hardware. I would say the quality of the boring of this aluminum, or the CNC work of this aluminum, is very nice. No like sticky burrs or anything like that. It's very, very smooth. Screws down very nicely. Yeah, I will say this reminds me a lot of the Phenix Rods. Interesting. All right, let's see. Now let's look at the tip here. All right, so here's the tip. I think this is a, let me see how many guides we're talking about. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 guides. Whew. That was close. Okay, interesting. So this rod is they're kind of following a lot of I think I've seen some Japanese rod styles where, you know, usually you either have kind of the rod that sticks out so the two pieces connect, and there's like a little inner rod in between, which is different than kind of the old school rods where the top kind of goes over the bottom. This one, the top piece goes into, as you can see, it goes into the bottom. And maybe that's just the nature of, because it's a solid tip, I don't know. But it has a really nice feel to it. Seems a little heavier. Huh? The tip is definitely got a lot of action. I can't show it without potentially damaging the rod, so I'll have to have another video showing this on the outside. But definitely the tip is very, has a lot of play. So even just a little bit wiggling just the wrist right here, just a touch, and then the tip is just bouncing, which I think is going to be really nice for jigging, throwing Ned rigs. It'll just give it a nice little dance in the water. And then the other thing about this rod, it's supposed to go, so the action at the top is supposed to go from a light action rod down through the medium fast bend of the rod, and then the backbone is really more of a medium action rod, so it goes from light to medium, which is great. So you have a nice sensitive tip, but then you really get the backbone from the as the rod starts to flex, you really start to get the backbone. It could all just be marketing, but it got my attention. Not like I needed a new rod, but this one just really got my attention just because of, again, the solid tip, and also the way that they're advertising the light tip to the light solid tip to the medium backbone. So I think I'm going to be pairing this with the new DMK Silver Feather MIIEC EXO reel. So that's, for those of you who don't know, that is the the non-app based digital reel, which I've been testing and using, and surprisingly has been very, very good. There's some little things about that reel. We'll talk about that in another video. But overall, I've been really, really surprised and really happy with that reel. It's definitely not going to be the reel for, if you're trying to throw like 1 gram or lighter, which is why I think it's going to be perfect for this rod right here, because I'm planning on throwing 2 grams. Let's see. Yeah, 2 grams plus. Okay, so the lure rating on this is 2.5 grams. All right, well, we'll see. That's what we're going to be throwing. So we're talking about, probably like 1/16 ounce jig heads and larger, or 1/32 ounce jig heads, paired up with bigger plastic, soft plastic. And so the softer, soft plastics have weight to them. If you look at like the Rizzler, the Kana Fishing Rizzler worm, that worm, just the worm itself, just the soft plastic, is about 2 grams. So that plus a 1/32 ounce jig head should be perfect for this rod. I could see drop shotting, I could see jigging. But what I'm really excited about testing on this rod right here is going to be the free rig. And with a, what do they call it? The bellows gill bait. And so some of the rods that I have are really more focused on trout and panfish. And I wanted a rod that has a true BFS rod that has the ability to throw lighter weight soft plastics, but have the backbone to really drive that hook in once the bass hit it. So yeah, I'm kind of excited about this rod. We'll have a follow-up video with the on the water review. But anyways, thanks again for watching. Let me know if you guys have any questions down below. Once again, this is the Pure Lure Cedan with a C. And it's got this is the CA 610 light action, medium fast casting rod. Line weight rating is 0.4 to 0.8 gal, which is perfect, or 2 to 12 pounds. And lure rating 2.5 to 17 grams. So I feel like this right here is gonna really be kind of a good all-around rod for a variety of different fisheries and techniques. But anyways, thanks again for watching, guys. Let me know if you have any questions below in the comments, and we'll see you on the next one.